A very good afternoon, class. So last time we had finished with miscellaneous exercise of lesson number 8, probability distribution, which was related to binomial and Poisson distribution. Now today we are going to target miscellaneous exercise question number 4, part 1. And this is related to your exercise 8.1. That is, in 8.1, we studied what are the different types of random variable. One was discrete and the other one was continuous. Then we learned something about PMF, probability mass function. And we also covered topics related to E of X and V of X, that is expected value and variance of values. So today we'll be covering some sums related to the first exercise, miscellaneous exercise part 1. Starting with the first question, identify the random variable as discrete or continuous in each of the following. Identify the range if it is discrete. So class, I had already explained you all in the previous video what is the meaning of discrete. So in short, I'll tell you all again. Discrete का मतलब होता है all those variables which can be easily countable. And continuous का मतलब होता है all those variables which are measurable. So with that, let's start with the first 5 sums of this particular question. An economist is interested in knowing the number of unemployed graduates in the town with a population of 1 lakh. So 1 lakh cannot be measured, but yes, it is countable, correct? So you can measure the population of 1 lakh. So we'll take, let X be the number of unemployed graduates. So I can say that X is a discrete random variable because the population of a town is 1 lakh, which is countable in nature. So when we know that it is a discrete random variable, we can write the range of X as it will start with 0, 1, 2, ... and it will go up to 1 lakh. So 99,999 and the last one is 1 lakh. So followed class, sum is very easy. There's no need to take any tension. This is one of the most easiest sums. Moving to the second one, amount of syrup prescribed by a physician. Now syrups usually are measured in milliliters, ml. So it is measurable. So we'll write let X be the amount of syrup prescribed by the physician. So X stands for continuous random variable, that is it is measurable. So you cannot write the range of it. Coming to the third one, a person on high protein diet is interested in the weight gained in a week. So again, weight is measurable or countable? Tell me class. Correct. It is measurable in kilograms or grams. So we'll take let X be equal to the gain in weight in a week. So X is a continuous random variable because it is measurable. Coming to the fourth one, 12 of 20 white rats available for an experiments are male. A scientist randomly selects 5 rats and counts the number of female rats among them. So again, the hint they have already given you, count. Count means you can count the number of rats, correct? So I will take let X be equal to number of female rats selected on a specified day. Now 12 out of 20 are males. So that means the remaining 8 rats are there, out of which 5 rats are selected randomly from those 20. So X is a discrete random variable because it is countable in nature. So when we know that X is a discrete random variable, we can write the range of X as 5 rats are selected at random. So the range will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next one, a highway safety group is interested in the speed kilometer per hour of a car at a checkpoint. Now speed is measurable. It cannot be counted. So speed kilometers per hour of a car at a checkpoint is represented as X. And as it is measurable, X becomes a continuous random variable. So I hope you all followed the difference between discrete and continuous class. Discrete matlab it can be countable and continuous matlab it can be measurable. Moving on to second question, question number 2. The probability distribution of a discrete random variable x is as follows. So you are given a probability distribution table, x and p of x. You have to find the value of k and also find the probabilities given in the second question. So let's go one by one. Now, if you remember class, I had told you all that total of probability is always 1. You have to remember that. Probability ka total will never cross 1. So we'll start question number 2 by preparing the table like this, x and p of x. And we start finding with the first one. Summation of probability of x is always equal to 1. So summation of probability of x is nothing but p of x is equal to 1 plus p of x is equal to 2 plus p of x is equal to 3 plus p of x is equal to 4 plus p of x is equal to 5 plus p of x is equal to 6. So that means on adding all the possible values of x, I should get the total to be 1 of probability. So as you can see, I have written summation p of x is 1. P of x of 1 is k plus 2k plus 3k plus 4k plus 5k plus 6k. So on adding all the values together, I get 1 is equal to 21k. So k ka value is equal to 1 upon 21. So I can substitute in the table like this. K is 1 by 21. So 2k will become 2 into 1 by 21, which is 2 upon 21. So in the similar manner, 3 by 21, 4 by 21, 5 by 21, and 6 by 21. Now you can reduce the values also. I have not reduced the values. I have kept it as it is. So if you want, you can reduce 3 upon 21 and write 1 by 7 also. Okay. So I hope you all are clear with the first part. We found out the value of k. Now we can find all the probabilities which they have asked. So the very first probability they are asking is x less than equal to 4. So less than equal to 4 will have all the three numbers less than 4 plus 4 as well. Because वहाँ पे equal to का sign भी दिया हुआ है. So I will write probability of x less than equal to 4 is equal to p of 1 plus p of 2 plus p of 3 plus p of 4. So as we have found out the values of k, I have substituted. So I get 1 by 21 plus 2 by 21 plus 3 by 21 plus 4 by 21. Answer is 10 by 21. The next they are telling me to find out is probability of 2 less than equal to x less than 4. Oh, sorry, there's no equal to. 2 less than x less than 4. So that means such number which is greater than 2 but less than 4. Also class equal to का sign नहीं दिया है. So that means 2 and 4 will not be included. So 2 less than x less than 4 के बीच में there comes only a single number p of 3. So the answer is 3 by 21. You can reduce it and write it 1 by 7 as well. The next they are asking is x greater equal to 3. So greater equal to 3 का मतलब 3 और 3 से बड़े. So 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we'll write probability of 3 plus probability of 4 plus probability of 5 plus probability of 6. Or I also explained you all a shortcut method. 1 minus जो numbers in set में नहीं है. So what all numbers are not there in the set? P of 0, P of 1, P of 2. So you can add 0, 1, 2 and then subtract it from 1. You will get the same answer. Or add 3, 4, 5, 6. You will be getting the same answer. So I have solved both the methods. So you can have a look. On adding 3, 4, 5, 6, I get 18 upon 21, which is 6 upon 7. Now as P of 0 is not available, so we'll add 1 and 2. So I get 3 upon 21. On subtracting 3 upon 21 from 1, I get the answer as 6 upon 7. So in both the condition, you will get the same answer. Okay. So I hope you all are clear with sum number 2 as well, class. All right. Moving on to sum number 3, very important sum from exam point of view. Following is the probability distribution table of a random variable x. So again, you're given a probability distribution table over here. You have to find the probability of the following 4 options. So let's see how to start. So first we'll prepare the table, what is given, and then you can check the total of probability comes 1 or not. The first thing they're asking us to find out probability that x is positive. Now, as you can see, class, you are having all the types of numbers, negative, 0, and positive. So when they are telling you that x is positive, 0 cannot be counted as positive or negative, because 0 का मतलब 0 होता है. It is not a positive number nor a negative number. Okay. So basically when they are talking positive, we'll add only the positive values of x, that is p of 1 plus p of 2 plus p of 3. So p of 1 is 0.25 plus 0.15 plus 0.1. On adding all the 3, I get the answer as 0.50. Okay. Next, they are asking x is a non-negative. Now, non-negative का मतलब है neither positive nor negative. So, in this particular case, class, we'll also take p of 0. तो फर्क समझ रहे हो? When they are telling exactly के positive numbers बताओ, so 0 will not come. But if they are telling non-negative, तो 0 आएगा. So p of 0 plus p of 1 plus p of 2 plus p of 3. Now 1, 2, 3 already you had found out in 1. So I'm just adding 0.20 with 0.50, which we had already found out above. So the answer comes to 0.70. Next, they are telling me probability x should be odd. So in odd, you can include both positive as well as negative number. So p of minus 3, p of minus 1, p of 1 and p of 3. On adding all the 4 probabilities, I get the answer as 0.55. Next, they are telling p that x is an even number. So again, 0 is counted an even number. So p of minus 2 plus p of 0 plus p of 2. So on adding all the 3 probabilities, I get the answer as 0.45. So one of the most easiest but very important sum from exam point of view, class. So please pay attention. All right. Moving forward with sum number 4. The PMF of a random variable x is given as probability of x is equal to x, 5cx. So the gap which is left is basically represents C of combinations. 5cx into 1 upon 2 raised to 5 for the values of x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise 0. You have to show that probability of x less than equal to 2 is equal to probability of x greater equal to 3. So let's see how to solve the sum. Probability of x is given as 5cx into 1 upon 2 raised to 5. So first we will prepare the probability distribution table. So the probability distribution table looks like this. X and p of x. Now, as you all know, probability ka formula n of a upon n of s. So the sample space is already given to us 1 upon 2 raised to 5. So one by one, we'll just put the values of x in 5cx. So x ka values is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is given in the question. So the first value I'll put is 5c0 upon 2 raised to 5. So 5c0 is 1 and 2 raised to 5. 2 को 5 बार multiply करोगे, so you'll get 32. So the answer is 1 upon 32. 5c1 upon 2 raised to 5. So 5c1 gives you 5 upon 32. 5c2 upon 2 raised to 5. So as you can see in the denominator, you have 2. So I'll open 2 digits in the numerator backward direction में. So 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1 and 2 raised to 5 is nothing but 32. So on cutting, I'm left with 10 upon 32. I have not reduced it. I have kept as it is. 5C3, 5 into 4 into 3 upon 3 into 2 into 1 multiply by 32. So I get the answer 10 upon 32. 5C4, 5432 upon 4321 into 32. I get the answer as 5 upon 32. Last but not the least, 5C5 is nothing but 1 upon 2 raised to 5 gives 32. So now you are ready with the probability distribution ka table. Now you can pick up left hand side and right hand side. So you had to show probability of x less than equal to 2 is greater than is equal to probability of x greater equal to 3. So I've picked up the left hand side like this. Now probability of x less than equal to 2 का मतलब है 2 and 2 से कम. So it includes p of 0 plus p of 1 plus p of 2. So from the probability distribution table above, 0 का 1 by 32, I'll add with 5 upon 32 and I'll add with 10 upon 32. So as the denominators are same, so this was the reason मैंने reduce नहीं किया. Otherwise आपको फिर से denominator equal करने पड़ेंगे. So 10 plus 5 plus 1 gives me 16 by 32, which is 4 by 8, which is 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5. Coming to the right hand side, probability of x greater equal to 3 is 3 or 3 से बड़े. So p of 3 plus p of 4 plus p of 5. Again from the table above, I added 10 plus 5 plus 1 upon 32. I get the same answer 16 upon 32, which is half, which is 0.5. So what is your conclusion, class? From both of them, LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. So this was again quite easy sum. Coming to next question, question number 5. In the following probability distribution of a random variable x and p of x is given. They are telling you to find out the value of a. जैसे हमने ये sum किया था, they had told us to find out the value of k. And obtain the CDF, cumulative distribution function of x. So first, let's find out the value of a. So I hope class अभी तक आपने identify कर लिया होगा how to find out the value of a. Correct. So we know that summation p of x is nothing but equal to 1. So summation p of x is equal to p of 1 plus p of 2 plus p of 3 plus p of 4 plus p of 5. So 1 upon 20, 3 upon 20 plus a plus 2a plus 1 upon 20. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5 upon 20 and a plus 2a gives you 3a. So I'll take and reduce 5 ones are 5 4s are 20. Now I'll cross multiply 4 with everybody. So I'll get 4 is equal to 1 plus 12a. So 4 minus 1, 3 is equal to 12a. A is equal to 3 upon 12. A ka value is 1 by 4. So you got the value of a. So I will substitute the value of a in the table like this. So as you can see, I've put the value of a as 1 by 4. Which is 5 upon 20. अगर मेरे को denominator same करने हैं सबके. And 2a is nothing but 2 by 4, which is 10 upon 20. I hope denominator same करना आप लोगों को आता है. So 1 upon 4 is nothing but 4 को किससे multiply करेंगे कि अपने को 20 आएगा 5. So I have multiplied 5 on numerator as well as denominator. So I get 5 upon 20. And 5 upon 20 into 2 karoge, so you get 10 upon 20. Okay, so this was the first part they told us to find out. Now they are telling us to find out the CDF, cumulative distribution function. So naam mein meaning hai CDF or you can call it as CF, cumulative frequency. So now again I'll copy paste the table like this. So CDF of x is equal to x and p of x with all the values ready. The CDF is denoted by capital letter F, f of x. सो क्यूम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल बनाना है आप लोगों ने. सो हाउ टू प्रिपेयर द CF का टेबल दैट यू मस्ट हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड इन मैथ्स 2 प्रीवियस ईयर. सो 1/20 सेम टू सेम रहेगा. Then you will add 1/20 with 3/20. So that will give you 4/20. 4/20 plus 5/20 will give you 9/20. 9/20 plus 10/20, 19/20. And 19/20 plus 1/20, 20/20, answer is 1. इसके साथ sum हो जाता है खत्म. So I hope you all are getting how to do the sums. Okay. Coming towards the next sum, sum number 6, which will be last sum for the day, which we are discussing today. In the next session, we'll continue the remaining sums. So please pay attention. A fair coin is tossed 4 times. X denotes the number of heads which are obtained. Identify the probability distribution of X and state the formula for PMF of X. So again, a fair coin is tossed 4 times. So let me assume that n is equal to 4 number of times. Also 2 raised to 4. Outcome remains the same ना. अगर आप 1000 बार भी टॉस करोगे कॉइन को, आउटकम तो सेम ही रहेगा, दैट इज 2. जितने बार टॉस करोगे उसको पावर में लिख लो. So 2 raised to 4. 16 is the answer, which is your sample space. Now they are telling the success of getting number of heads. तो 4 बार टॉस किया है, so possibility will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So on this basis, first we'll prepare the probability distribution table. So as you all know, n of A is the event, so I'm taking it as 4CX and sample space is nothing but 16. So probability का formula है n of A upon n of S. So starting with X, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first formula, 4C0 divided by 16. Sample space is 16. So 4C0 is nothing but 1 by 16. The probability of getting no heads is 1/16. Similar manner 4C1, एक head मिलने के chances कितने हैं? 4/16. 4C2, so 4 into 3 upon 2 into 1 into 16, which gives you 6/16. 4C3, so 4 into 3 into 2 upon 3 into 2 into 1 into 16. You get again 4 by 16. 4C4, so 4C4 is nothing but 1. So 1/16. So in this way, your PDF is ready, probability distribution table. Okay. So now they are asking you to find out the probability distribution of X. ये हमने ढूंढ लिया. Now you have to state the formula for PMF of X. So let's see how to do that. Formula for PMF of X. A coin is tossed 4 times, so n will be 4. So the possible values of X are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, X is getting success. That is heads ले रहे हम. So remember class, when we were doing binomial, I already told you all. जितने भी सम्स आएंगे जिनकी पॉसिबिलिटी सिर्फ 2 है, से राइट रॉन्ग, ट्रू फॉल्स, हेड टेल, हमेशा दोनों का पॉसिबिलिटीज, दोनों का प्रोबेबिलिटी विल बी इक्वल, हाफ हाफ. 50-50 चांसेस होते हैं ना हेड आने का या टेल आने का. 50-50 चांसेस होते हैं राइट आंसर आने का, रॉन्ग आंसर आने का. So that is why success, if I'm taking getting heads, the probability will be 1/2, which is 0.5. Once you know what is P, you can know what is the value of Q. So Q is equal to 1 minus P. So 1 minus 0.5, again you got 0.5. So as X is a Bernoulli trial, because it is dependent on tossing of a coin, so that means it is connected to binomial. So what was binomial ka formula class? P of X is equal to NCX into P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. So that means probability of X will be 4CX into half raised to X into half raised to 4 minus X. That means 4CX into half raised to 4, which is nothing but 4CX into 1 by 16. 2 को 4 बार multiply करोगे तो. So the final answer for calculating PMF will be 4CX upon 16 where x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 because the coin was tossed 4 times. So with this class, question number 1 to 6 gets complete over here, and it is related to exercise to 8.1. So before going to the miscellaneous class, please go through the exercise of 8.1 and all the concepts of which videos I've already uploaded. So I hope you all are practicing. Please practice because maths requires practice, and जितना practice करोगे उतना concept और clear होते रहेगा दिमाग में. So I stop here for today class till we meet in our next session. Till then, take care, stay safe, and if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel and share across the link with all your other friends as well. So thank you so much class for listening to me. I stop here for today.